After 9 is our time right now. Well, we know the pandemic is leaving people just stuck at home as the world tries to fight the coronavirus. The travel industry, of course, certainly grouped as experts search for a cure right now, and a lot of people slowing down. That industry is going to start looking differently in the future. So, to talk a little bit about what the future of travel may look like, we have the host for Amazon Alexa's Gay Travel Today, Teraj, joining us this morning. Hi, Teraj. Thanks for joining us from New York.
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we are excited to hear some of your predictions. I know a lot of people hunker down. They want to get out when it's safe. And it is going to look different, including where people may be traveling to, right? European cities, the big cities, they may be off the table now.
Oh yeah, I just find that a lot of people they're doing more localized forms of travel, especially within the U.S. Instead of going abroad, everybody's going like on road trips, outdoor activities like camping, hiking, etc. And I imagine for like a lot of the out-of-country destinations, they'll probably focus more on like smaller cities instead of more of the major capital cities.
And when we talk travel, we're talking to a guru here because how many countries, cities have you been to?
No, I've lost count at this point. I started traveling back when I was in college, and yeah, it's north of 20 countries and
Wow.
cities within those countries. I really lost count.
Too many to count. Talk about not just locations and destinations will be different, but how we travel will be different. Technology, as we've seen with everything seems to be different now.
Yeah, most definitely. As a result of COVID-19, a bunch of hygienic practices have been scaled through the roof. So you'll find just a lot of safety precautions that have been taken in place in terms of getting through, in terms of the airport, the airplanes. There are predictions that they're trying to do away with or minimize contact in general. So in the future, probably 10 years from now, your face will be your plane ticket. And it's just incredible all the things that they're doing just to ensure that we're safe while traveling.
Sure, safety more important now than ever before. When do you think travel will start to pick up? What are your predictions on that?
Actually, I've already seen a bunch of friends that are already traveling. I mean, they're not doing any major destinations, whereas they're leaving the country per se, but definitely more local forms of travel, especially on this side. Just a lot of people going upstate or in the neighboring state, just doing their research, making sure that they're being safe, but also the places that they're going to are abiding by all sorts of safety regulations.
Probably also very important to know what the regulations are for the destination you're going into because they are varying from sometimes not just here state to state, but obviously country to country.
Mhm. Mhm. Most definitely. It's like my best form of advice that I tell everybody, not only just to quarantine before you travel, also get tested at least, I would say 2 to 3 days before you travel and then quarantine after that. That way you just know your status and then you have some sort of documented proof that you are indeed negative. So that's a huge thing that I like to tell all my friends and colleagues.
Yeah, be prepared because you don't want to get somewhere and then you're under quarantine and you're like, I didn't know. Taraz, we appreciate your advice, and again, you can hear him on Amazon Alexa. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Happy
Thank you so
travels.
much for having me.